playing with this interesting pile of Minecraft mods. Hello. So the last time I was doing this was just a quick little, like, what was that, 15-minute stream, just to kind of try to remember what I was doing and announce some plans. But this is a mod pack called Skyopolis 4, which, for anyone who's slightly familiar with these things, is a skyblock mod, which means when I started, there was just this one, where do I even put it? Single block of bedrock surrounded by this 3x3x3 cube of dirt, with the exception of one block of water and these couple little, like, magic root things hanging off of it. And the idea is, the rest of the world just does not exist. It's just a big empty void out there. But thanks to some weird creative recipes, you can kind of make everything anyway. A big part of how it works is if you have an empty hand and you just kind of right-click on some dirt while ducking, little pebbles pop out. And if you take these little pebbles, you can combine 4 of them to make a block of cobblestone. And then you can also take one of these and a leaf, throw it into some water like so. Let me just... My inventory's kind of messed at the moment, of course, because it's Minecraft and that's how it works. But yeah, if I throw both of these into the water, then ta-da, they combine into a mossy pebble that I don't have room for in my inventory, so a mossy pebble. And the main thing that you do with these is, and I don't have enough to do it right now, but surround one of these with 8 leaves and you get some dirt mulch. And if you take 4 dirt mulch and 5 pebbles, you can make a single piece of dirt. And that's the only way there is to get dirt. And then otherwise, this whole thing where you just kind of throw things into water, and I'm just going to ditch this because I don't care right now. You throw things into water and can get some stuff that way. It's pretty much just the whole pebble mossification thing, and just so you can, like, get more than the 1 block of water. If you just toss an empty bucket in, it fills itself up. But yeah, the toss stuff into fluids thing gets you a lot of stuff. Like, you can make this little cauldron here and some stuff. Yeah. What's good about it is, I will show you in a second, the tech tree is really elaborate. So the latest thing I have done is I've gotten to where I have some kind of cool storage system where all my stuff is over here. This right here is a little remote, which, let me just take a nap first. Yeah, I can take this little remote here, right-click it, and here is everything that is attached to this, like, central inventory block. All of the things, and also a little crafting grid, and if I want, say, some extra chests, or, well, actually I have, like, no wood right now, but, so if I want some extra chests, I can just go chest, and, okay, put that in there, ta-da, more chests for the chest pile, all without having to, like, dig around in boxes or anything like that. And then there's, of course, the quest tree for this whole thing, which, zooming out. Okay, here's, like, the basic stuff that I already did, and then the stuff I was halfway through last time, and then finished the bottom half of, which is basically what I have set up right now. And then it gets into, let's see, just creating various other kinds of metals and stuff like that. Electricity systems. It looks like some massive engineering projects. Arc furnace. Windmills. More and more complicated machines. Let's see. heating systems, UV light box, the real good storage system, various kinds of oil and processing diesel generators, uh, robots, things to get to the other dimensions that normally would exist. I have no idea what any of this is, but it involves various extra kinds of crafting tables, and it seems to eventually create a singularity, which seems to be the end goal of this. Yeah, modded Minecraft is a thing. And then there's some various little bounty quests and other things that aren't really part of the main quest line, but just, hey, these are neat. So yeah, this is the tier of things I am starting on now, which starts off with making some strong, enriching water. So getting back into that, like I said, some of the early stuff involves just like throwing buckets into water and throwing things into water to get wet things. But then there's recipes like oh, this looks a little bit weird here. Organic water. So this is something where if I throw this collection of things into some water, which I'm going to have to do soon anyway, it changes it from regular water to organic water. So let's see. A lily pad, wheat, flowers, pumpkin, melon, and a fish. Okay, I think I have all of that handy. Let me just shove some of this stuff into this backpack that I have for extra storage, because my giant system there is full. And I don't know if there's a quicker way to do this, per se, when I don't have something else open, but oh well. That's no space. So let's see, I think in here, yes, I need one lily pad, and I'm apparently taking the whole stack, because, whoops. Brown area, I will get to that in a second. Let's see. Oh, this is a worm bin, where I can throw in various kinds of organic materials, along with a worm to get fertilizer, which works like bone meal. To get the worms, I have to make a trowel out of clay and a stick, which you then dig up dirt with and have a 50% chance of getting a worm, which is needed both to make that work and make these work, where you just kind of, now, put in a little strainer of some kind into some water, bait it with worms if you want the organic stuff, and it will then just, like, automatically catch fish and fish-like things over time. Oh, that is... I'm wearing this backpack, so, ta-da, 3 extra rows of slots. So, anyway, what was I doing? I need fish. Cod is a fish that I have. Has to be raw. Give me you. Go back in... Okay, you can't go back in there, because that's full, right? And then I needed... Let's see... a pumpkin, a melon slice, which I know is in here somewhere. What are they actually called? Oh, I need wheat. And okay, I think I might have these kind of hidden away, because I don't really know how this thing that I'm using works entirely. And I think some of these chests disconnected and aren't, yeah, okay, aren't fully in the network right now, which is fine. And then let's see what else I need. I needed both flowers. Oh, here's one here. And here's my last one of the other one. That's fine. Yes, that is all 7 items. So, make room. And yeah, I'm doing this all because I have to actually have a backup of one of these things anyway. So take all these, go over to this special little place where I'm setting up some water, chuck all of the things in there, and stand too close and pick them all back up accidentally. Okay. There we go. More organic water. So, that, again, has various uses. And this whole, like, system where you can just kind of, look up any item and how to make it and what it does is really good, and it's, like, in every, Minecraft modding thing. So, one thing this does is if I have any kind, if I have, like, wheat seeds, I can throw them in here and get them transformed into, like, various other kinds of seeds. So, if I want some other kind of plant, that's generally how that works. Or I can throw in some sugarcane and sand to get cactus, turn flower petals into ink sacs, turn regular dirt to dirt with grass on it, which is the only reason any of this dirt has grass on it. Turn tall grass into various other plants. Throw in dirt and some of that mulch to make mycelium. Throw in some vines, which are a pain to get kelp. I don't even know what nihilum is, or nihilium, but I can make it that way. I can throw in a few things to make this cocoon, which will hatch into, like, randomly a cow, chicken, or sheep, I think. Possibly also pig on the list. I only used a couple of them so far. And I can take some mycelium and bone meal and fertilizer, which means I have to have some actual bones, which means getting a skeleton to appear somewhere and killing it, to get one of the two kinds of mushrooms at random. Or also taking saplings and wooden bars to get bamboo, which I should get, and sugarcane. It's a little weird, yeah. But anyway, so that's that. And the other thing I can do, and I'm going to do this next, is after getting those two kinds of mushrooms, which is a royal pain in the neck, and a spider eye, some rotten flesh, and a poisonous potato, I can turn organic water into the next thing, weak eroding water. And let's see if I have the stuff on me to actually do that, because yeah, this is a spare batch of this at this point. And, like, the first time doing this, it was a royal pain in the neck, because, well, okay, here's a couple of things I'm going to need. One of you. Yeah, getting these mushrooms is a huge pain, because it's, like, a random chance, and, like, this multi-step process of grinding up to get those things. But then once you have one in some mycelium to plant it on, you know what you're doing, you can, like, grow a giant mushroom, and at least that gets you more. And let's see, spider eyes are in the system somewhere. Yes. I'm going to take 2 of those. Because I know I can take one of those and a potato to make a nasty one. And past that, I think I need to kill a zombie. And this is the step where this gets kind of annoying. Because, let's see. I have a sword of some kind, don't I? Yes. Cool. So if I want to fight monsters, I kind of have to go out of my way to make there be a place for them to spawn in. What is that over there? So I have to, like, build way out here because... Okay. That's nice. Had to build something way out here just so it would be, like, far enough away for me to be, you know, in the magic range of where things spawn. And everything about how monsters work in Minecraft is awful, and I hate it. Part of the reason I'm doing this little skyblock thing is to minimize how much I interact with them. But yeah, at one point I had a crisis that I'll get into where I needed so much zombie meat and just had to build out there and let them come at night. So, oh, there is, I think, awful creepers, not zombies, but let me go deal with those real quick. So, yeah, there's this. And the alternative is those strainers that I was just pulling fish and lily pads out of. Very, very, very rarely can end up with spider eyes and zombie meat. And, you know, you can also get rotten potatoes just like 2% of the time getting a regular potato. So, again, kind of annoying. Yeah, one way to happen. Here's another thing I have set up. This little grindstone will turn cobblestone into gravel, and then gravel into flint, and then flint into these piles of dust, which I need a lot of. So I set up this thing where there are hotbars on either end of it. There is this little storage drawer thing, which will only hold like a quarter of a chest worth of 4 things. So I have the 3 processable things in that, and then just kind of a random item for the dead slot. So this just like, I just kind of load it up with, there we go. Yeah, load up with a bunch of cobblestone, and then it'll just like process through, get a bunch of gravel, pipe it back up into itself, and then once there's no more stone, do the gravel, and yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff in the sky. We got various planets and like ribbons, and sometimes the stars will like phase shift around. Oh, there's a zombie. Hopefully this will give me what I need. You there. Oh. Why am I so hurt? Okay. Okay. The one grabbed the meat from the other, but then I got its meat, so it's all good. Let me just rest up real quick. Probably eat something. What is dying? Oh, hello, other zombie. Oh, thank you. I didn't need any more, but good on you for sharing. And hello, mini zombie. Good on you for dying way over there and not having anything. Anyway, what are they doing? Oh yes, I was eating a food of some sort. Okay. So yes, I also need one of these to be rotten, so let me just go... Da, da. Okay. Hello. Oh, moldy potato. But yeah, as I was saying with this thing, it'll just like process everything around, and then when it gets smacked full of dust in the system, it's like, oh, I can't go in there. Nothing's all occupied or full. What else can I go into? Oh, this bin up here, and that's just holding a whole chest worth of dust, and I never have to look at this thing except for when it's out of stone, and then just throw more in. So hooray for automation. There is potential for much more of that later. But anyway, ruining this perfectly good organic water here with this garbage. Oh, it gets cooler than that. I can now turn this into, what was it called? Like, weak something something water. Weak eroding water. And what that does, mostly, is you can take something and throw it into there and get, like, a lesser version of it. So, like, ingots into little rods. the same things that are happening in the grinder if I throw in cobblestone, although there's like a 50% chance of getting nothing with all these. Rose quartz into like little polished blocks of it. This blaze mesh, whatever that is, into blaze rods, and Legos into plastic sheets. Okay. But the other thing I can do is I can throw in a huge amount of smooth stone, flint, and dust, which is part of this dust, to get weak enriching water instead, which is going to happen right now, I believe, because I should have like 5 billion of all those things. Unless I'm like totally out of flint at the moment, which is possible. Do I have any in there? No, I don't. Do I have any in there? Yes, I do. Right, give me a stack of that. Split that. And just pop ones I don't need back in. Also, gonna need... Here it is. Okay. Oh yeah, I had plenty of dust on me anyway. 2 stacks of dust. And now approximately 50 billion stone. Just give me all of that. All of that. All of that. Okay, how much is that in my inventory? That is 1 stack short. Unfortunately, another handy thing I have is, that was absolutely the wrong thing to do. Empty hand grabbing out of this, right. Yeah. So I have this here. Oh, solar cooker, which will, without fuel, just cook things by daylight, which is kind of handy. And, you know, I'm going to throw some more of these in here just in case, because that actually is exactly enough. So, yeah, in here goes... all of you, all of you, all of you, you, and having this grinding wheel and this like solar cooker and the automatic stone generator all really help this process along. The first time through, that was not how it went, and it was kind of a laborious process. Okay, so that one I now have 2 copies of. Hooray! I'll get into what that does in a second, but first, yeah, it's around this point in this process when I made this grinding wheel. And the thing with the grinding wheel is it is powered by this system of gears, which are all interconnected and tied into this water wheel here. Hi! And, yeah, so the water wheel spins around, it generates this rotational force which powers these gears, which you can change the speed of by using different sizes of them and hook up various things to this. And if you make too complicated a thing, there is not enough force for it to all work, and it'll all just like seize to a stop. But this is currently powering this handy millstone, and there's also this blender here, which is used for mixing things together, which is currently offline because I have this accelerated, and the faster it's going, the harder it is in the system. So I can either run both of these slow or this one fast, and I need dust. Specifically, the reason I need dust is if I take a big pile of this and throw it into this water here, which is very, very handy, it turns into all kinds of stuff. Just small trace amounts of copper, tin, lapis, sulfur, redstone, I believe are the options. Which are needed to make, like, anything involving circuitry and whatnot, which is how I got this whole thing up here. Which is why, rather than going over to my chest and putting all that away, I can just go... Okay, inventory cleaned up. So from here, the next step in the very long questline tech tree is what was it? Nether enriching water, which is made by taking that what I just made and throwing in um, big chunks of the various things that dust turns into it, and 16 bits of rotten flesh. And getting 16 bits of rotten flesh is kind of hard because it's like 4% of the time this strainer thing here will process a worm into one, or I can set up some kind of monster farming thing. You'll notice that, like, doing this for a full night, the way I have it set up, I got 2. And, like, if I was inclined to, I could do the traditional unmodded Minecraft, like, monster farm, where you build this giant tower into the sky and use this complicated system of, like, flowing water and such to knock things from a giant room with the top down, and the fall will kill them, and then you take their stuff. But it's a huge pain to set up, and I don't know if I can do it with the materials I have available, because I don't have iron, for example, yet. And yeah, so getting that the first time was the result of playing this for like a couple of days straight. And then as soon as I had it, which I have right here, incidentally, I accidentally right-clicked with a piece of gravel in my hand right here, which replaced this block with gravel, and I had to start the entire thing over. So that was great. And then I didn't have my backlog from the entire time playing the game of zombie flesh, and had to really, really farm it up. And yeah, everything basically is a cube. That's, well, except for things that aren't, but they're still spiritually a cube. Just kind of in this big gritty space. Even the various cows and ducks over here, and little rats in this cage. But yeah, so that was this big, huge reset, and I had to redo all this work, which at least gave me time to clean this up and kind of start fencing things off and finish making the dirt to make these big, huge fields to, yeah, I have cows. Cows that I grew out of cocoons, and need for milk to make cheese to feed to rats, and I can then train the rats to do various tasks for me, like cook all Ratatouille style, and also chop down trees and whatnot, but I'm not actually doing so because they need special tools and training, and I don't really want to get into all of that right now. It seems like kind of a lot. But yeah, so the next place this took me is after making this, which lets me get stuff from the nether, basically, by, like, you know, you take a piece of cobblestone, for instance, you throw it in there. Oh, hey, netherrack. I actually need, like, one more of those, apparently. And you take, you know, sand, and you get soul sand, and so on and so forth. So that's a whole other tier of resources to get. And then I was kind of worried, because, like, oh no, am I going to have to convert this into the next thing and then lose access to this? Because that sounds like such a pain. I don't want to get that. Oh, the guys who are currently invisible because it's nighttime. Something that's just in regular Minecraft now is that there's these traveling merchants who will just kind of, like, show up and offer to sell you stuff. And one of these adds in the rats, also adds in these plague doctors who you can talk to for various rat-related trades and plague-related trades. So if you have food that's been contaminated by the plague, you can sell it to them for money, or buy tomes or strange tokens or upgrades for rats. Or, oh! Was this here the whole time, or are these randomized? Because holy cow, if I could just take rats that are around and get emeralds, and then trade the emeralds for, that would have been so much easier. And this other guy is, I built this little booth here, which is a little market where you can get various seeds and saplings and bone meal by trading other ones if there is some particular thing you want that you don't have. And this is actually in this mod using this system of little prize tokens. So yeah, the plague doctors just show up, and I don't know where they went, but when they first showed up, they were like each had a couple pet rats with them. And a plague doctor is a doctor who cured the plague back in the day. And they have these funny little masks with beaks on them, like birds, because they needed gas masks and they had a sense of style. And also, if you have a gas mask with a beak, you can put stuff that smells nice down the end of the nose and just smell nice things all day. And I have a bunch of them in my cow pasture because they just showed up there one night and never left. And are constantly going, bugging me. But anyway, yeah, so the next step with this, after making the nether enriching water, is to get back to this step, which is where I'm at now. Because there's an alternate recipe for getting... what the heck was it? Strong enriching water, by throwing in a ton of the next tier of stuff, and most of this I have on me. I don't have these treated wood planks, and I don't have these because to get these I am now going to have to mash that keyboard. Didn't need that much, I suppose, but yeah, I'll pop out this one at it. So, okay, just setting myself up here and checking this quest book for how this actually worked again. But okay, coal, and coal is made from coal dust. Okay. Do I have either of those around? I do, okay. So I don't know why so many things in this just have, like, take this small piece of something and throw it in a furnace and get, like, whole pieces of it, but here we are. So, while it's part of a much more elaborate other mod, this here giant furnace thing will, if I burn coal in it, have a byproduct of creosote oil, and if I take some of that and throw it with a bucket into a hole in the ground, and then throw wood into that hole in the ground, I will get treated wood, and I need a bunch of that for the next tier of thing. And then I'll have magic water that I can throw dust into to get, like, iron dust, and then can finally start making, like, the sort of stuff you normally make in Minecraft after you've been playing for 10 minutes. And, you know, while I'm at it, I could probably stand to have more leaves. So... some shears, cut those off. And the stuff involving wood is very, very grindy in this mod pack so far. Although it does have something that's, like, super common in Minecraft mod packs, where if you plant a sapling and then just, like, rapidly spam shift to just kind of wiggle at it, it will instantly grow. Which is handy. I'm just cutting all these leaves because I've like trained myself that I always need more dirt. Even though I mostly am just using it decoratively at this point, but still. But yeah, I'm going to need, honestly, quite a lot of wood, and, okay, good night. Yeah, I'm going to need quite a lot of wood here, and I'm going to need quite a lot of, like, coal runoff, and soak it in there to get to the next tier of thing. And then I can start making stuff that requires, like, you know, normal metal. And this is one of those times where if I could be bothered to learn how the rats work, I could have them doing this for me, but whatever. Need to put the coal down anyway. I'm probably going to need more of it, and I have to put my mixer back up, and that which isn't too big a pain, but yeah. So this kind of modded Minecraft is like really good if you have a lot of time to kill and you just kind of want to do something like semi-meditative. It's a bit like the appeal of like the original Dragon Quest / Dragon Warrior of just, I'm gonna grind all day because the world has me down, you know? Was it? Planks? Okay, it was planks. That's better. Probably gotta start on that then. So actual coal, which again I can't just dig it from underground. And why do I have this here? I was like starting to build the basement to try to get zombies to show up, and forgot that they won't show up right under my feet. So I just have this like. I am just gonna pave over that. I think actually even. So that will eventually fill up. Favorite of crease so that I can take out here with the bucket and. I'm just gonna pave over my terrible basement. I'll probably remember it if I need to. So yeah, this is gonna have to cook for a while, but it is. And I could like have something else in here too, presumably, to like actually cook up while I'm at it, but I don't. So yeah. I know I get like 8 planks per 1 bucket full of this, and I don't think I get that many buckets total. So, what did I do to make coal dust again? Charcoal and sulfur dust. Okay. So yeah, I am going to have to hook this back up. And, I don't know if I was clever or it was just an accident of how I set this up, but, if I take off my relatively high-speed gear, I mean, it can get faster than I have it, but I don't have the power, and plop it on here. Ta-da. Fast mode, slow mode. This works either way, so I'm constantly processing my dust up, but now the mixer's also working. So, let's see, it was... I already forgot. Charcoal wood, okay. Charcoal. I have some of you. I also have tiny charcoal for some reason, which I'm assuming I can put back into the regular kind. And sulfur dust, get in here. Okay, so just take as much of this as I can. Chuck it. As much as I can. Also chuck it. This can only actually hold so much at a time, but it's mixing away. And giving me the wrong thing. Which is not ideal. Let me not do that again. Let me put the sulfur in first. Thank you. And then the charcoal. And then take a quick nap. And for the longest time I was thinking, I don't have to make a bed because I'm not going to have monsters attacking me. But since version 1.16, there's these, like, flying manta ray things that will appear at night if you haven't slept in too long and start trying to kill you. Which is certainly a change that Minecraft has decided to make. Can I just smash this back together? No? Okay. Okay. What I can do, though, is I can say, just make coal dust. And that won't be a problem anymore. So, in goes you. In goes you. Get blending. Yeah, it's such a weird thing. And, like, what's interesting is I've been poking out the whole, like, modding scene for a couple of versions of Minecraft now. And so it's like, oh, what a weird thing this pack added. And it's like, oh no, that's just part of vanilla Minecraft now. Like, there's this whole trading gold to pig people in hell thing going these days, and like... okay, hang on. I have a bucket worth of this in here, so... fill me that up, thank you. Okay. So, taking this filthy, disgusting coal water runoff. Just throw in some planks in there. Can only do so many at a time, but yeah, treated wood planks. Also, I guess I'm getting coal cook out of this, so that's nice. Also, why is this slow? So yeah, like the way this and a lot of similar like modded Minecraft things work. First of all, this is like a couple hundred mods all bolted together, because like the Minecraft modding community is on some like next level stuff. It's like, yeah, at first it was just, oh, here's my new thing that I put into Minecraft as a mod, and then it's like, oh, that's really useful. I'm going to make that compatible with my thing. I'm going to make a mod just for, like, doing things with these two people's mods, and it's just like this, like, open source game development project where everybody is keeping everything compatible with each other, and, wait, is that... Is that just a sheep? A naturally occurring sheep? Just because I have that much grass, finally? Can I... No. You need carrots. Can I make carrots? So I accidentally destroyed the last one that I had. I can probably make carrots. Okay. You chill. Yeah, I accidentally ate my last carrot at some point, but fortunately... wheat seeds. Yes, you. Do I not have any wheat? Do I not have any wheat seeds? I have to have wheat seeds. That's a thing you have in Minecraft. Okay, yes, I have like 5 billion wheat seeds. Cool. Come on, carrots. One of those is probably carrots. No? None of those were carrots? Drat. Can I... I'm just curious. Can I do any kind of seed? No. Wheat only. Okay. Gotta use my thing. First of all, like, put some of that away. Okay. Do this the old-fashioned way. I could also just grow wheat, I guess, and get more that way. That's kind of a thing to do, isn't it? Okay. So let's see. Give me... what do you call it? Hey-ho. Oh, I have one. Cool. And... Wait, what am I doing? You just use wheat, not carrots. Hey, sheep. Come forth. Let me just help you out here. Come. You live here now. Could you move so I can park my way out of here? Thank you. I have a gate, but I don't trust them. Anyway, while I'm at it, yeah, I was gonna... Why are you here? You shouldn't be here. Alright, you're there because I was spreading the grass this way. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I was going to take this hoe and... Alright. Okay. Here's the rest of you. Where's the rest of you? You're my bugged out chest. It's not like playing next to the others, aren't you? Okay. You know what? You're handy. This is unoccupied. There. That's sweet seeds now. Okay. I should get carrots back in circulation, though. Like, it's not right to not have carrots. you done mixing? Did I, like, do a bunch of stuff here? Everything, let's go. There we go. This is actually doing this thing pretty well. The amounts I have in there, it's probably plenty. So I guess I just need to grow more trees and chop them down and do that whole thing. Or not. There are a lot of these too, actually. Okay. And yeah, I think the idea is like lack of sleep gives you weird hallucinations in the form of space mantis that'll like attack you. But it's also one of those things where if you're on a multiplayer server, everybody has to sleep at once, because if like even one person is like not on board, then they attack everyone. I learned this the hard way by just being too lazy to sleep. Only need 256 of these. So, I mean, that's gonna, okay, that's definitely plenty of coal in here. It's gonna take a while because this runs so slowly. Which I guess means I don't need this running anymore. Back into high gear with you. Yeah, this whole like gear-based system is from this mod called Create, which is like the raddest thing. It also does stuff where, well, first of all, you can like there's glue, so you can take these like various spinning pistons and just like stick any other block onto them. And make these big, elaborate, like, multi-block moving things that, you can do things like, you know, you take, like, a minecart on a track and you just, like, attach this whole platform to it that does whatever, and then there's things like, here's a saw blade where as soon as it sees a tree, it will, like, yeah, just cut right through it, and here's some, like, automatic planters, so you can just have this, like, train going around that's just, like, chopping down forest, planting new one, repeat. Or, like, this big sweeping arm that'll, like, go across your whole farm. Or just, like, big, crazy transforming bases where things are all, like, spinning and lifting and all that. And it's, like, it's super neat. And, basically, I found this particular mod pack, like, specifically looking for something that was using that. And, that's good. But the problem is, because this is a sort of puzzly setup, I think the only power generation I have, or at least have at the moment, is this water wheel, which isn't the best. I would feel that I can just ride along on it, though. I think I actually hook up a third one and get things going faster that way. Or just make more. I'm not really sure what the limit is on that. But normally you can make these, like, giant windmills, which will just, like, have so much rotational power that they'll, like, kind of cover a whole base if you're careful. Of just, like, elaborate things. And the reason that I am... I have this, like, giant basin here full of kelp is... well, I'm, like, not at the point where I'm, like, ready to really start doing something with it. You can dry kelp out and make conveyor belts, and you just take any of these, like, spinning, shafts from the cogwheels, string conveyor belts between two of them at an angle or whatever, and in addition to like transferring the rotational energy to the other spokes on it, the whole thing works as a conveyor belt that you can just like send stuff along. And so I mean like other older mods have other ways to automate things and have for a long time that are a lot more convenient and simple, and some of them are just like here's a block where just put this down and connect two chests to it, and one will just like take stuff out of here and do something to it and put it in the other one. But the ability to have something like this to do all your stuff is so much more interesting. um I would really love to see a mod pack like this that like uses this as like the only form of automation of just give you access to the raw materials to build these things really quickly. Just like all the glue you want in the world, all the andesite and whatever else is used to make these, and just make this big elaborate clockwork nightmare world full of blenders and fans and grinders and whatnot. In fact, let's see what's in here that's from this. So there's there's the ability to like make schematics with like a replication of some whole big X by X by X block thing, and then build a little cannon that will just like pick a point in the world, fire it into it, and just like reconstruct whatever's in the schematic in that area. Various shafts and cogs and like gearboxes and throttles and clutches and whatnot. The water wheel, fans, cuckoo clocks, hand cranks where you can't bother with the water wheel, turntable for making like pottery, a nozzle so you can make this whole like hose system to like drain out a whole pond at once and like put it somewhere else. The millstone, these crushing wheels, which are a lot. You have to actually make this whole mechanical crafting system where you just like lay out this big grid of these things that is kind of like the crafting grid, but of arbitrary size and in the world, and then it will just like combine all the things onto them and just kind of mash them together in a fun little animation, and that's kind of required to make that. That's what I'm working on actually, besides just regular progression. Presses to like flatten metal out, the mixer to mix things, a burner to put under the mixer to cook things, various little chutes for if you want to move things around vertically, speedometers and stress meters to like see how it's all going as far as the stretching point of the system and to like maximum speeds and stuff like that. Things for measuring and moving fluids around. Various valve handles for adjusting things, and tanks and spouts, and then like putting glue on all the things to make your I can make the good windmill. Why have I not made the good windmill? What's that actually require? Stone. Okay, I need to make a windmill. Holy cow! Gonna have to get on that. Mechanical drills, so you can make like something to just like automatically mine for you by just like lowering drills into the ground. Saws for trees. This one it's just a right-click machine. Or I think the left-click, one of the two. But you just like put it in front of something you need to be clicked on, or put a tool in the hand, and it'll just like poke at the thing. This has its own portable storage thing, apparently. Crop harvester, plow, just nice looking seats for your like giant clockwork vehicles that you make. Nice sails for your windmill, casings and flywheels, and I don't know what the mechanical arm does. And then just like big sorting tubes to have your network of conveyor belts all doing its thing. Fancy looking crates. And oh yeah, the ores that it adds in for the metals it wants to use. And then also just like various other bits. Oh, and there's apparently some interesting stuff later on that I was not aware of. It's been added since I heard how this worked. And then just nice, fancy looking stuff. So that one alone is like just the raddest thing. And people have kind of recognized that, and it's being like integrated into all the new mod packs like this one. So like again, like it is a different game from regular Minecraft, and it's very, very grindy and convoluted, but neat. And I kind of wish I was talking to my friend Hayes about this earlier. Like I kind of wish this is where regular Minecraft went, with this increasingly elaborate construction angle instead of like now there are villages and like raiders who attack the villages, and so you gotta like go defend them, because I don't want to do that ever. But yeah. So okay. Now focusing on this. It is. It really is. And like the thing that I hate about vanilla Minecraft too is like so much of the stuff you have to do if you're actually like playing the game in a goal-oriented fashion, you have to have knowledge of the mechanics that I kind of feel like you shouldn't have. Like if you want to do the whole like end dragon fight thing, for instance, you have to have like what, like 20 ender pearls, and like if you're playing the game in a normal fashion, you will never see an enderman. They're super rare, and like the first thing you do in Minecraft is set up torches everywhere so that you're not bothered by monsters, because combat in this game and the rules for monster spawning both suck so bad. And you kind of have to do the whole like monster farm thing, or like build some special setup to make endermen show up in a place where you can reasonably fight them and not have like 5,000 skeletons shooting at you while you're doing it. And then like to make the towns useful, or the villages rather, like you want to have one of every kind of villager in there, and so you'd have to look into the really bizarre world of like building extra housing for them, and like feeding them a truckload of bread so that they breed new villagers, and then also make sure that when those new baby villagers are born, they're looking at the block that relates to the job you want them to have, which is not easy to set up, and it's such a mess, and it's like RNG manipulation speedrunning thing just to like play the game. Which I guess is partially why there's such a like robust modding scene for it these days. I'm gonna run out of planks here too, aren't I? And another thing I love about like the whole all the mods being compatible with each other is like they worked out this weird system of notation where like all liquid is measured in millibuckets, where you know one bucket holds 1,000 MB of things. And then like the stuff that has electricity calls it like redstone flux as the just unit value, because redstone kind of does circuitry stuff normally, and it's like that's a nice bit of internalizing of what lore was already in there to your collaborative system of stuff. Also, I really love this thing I have in the corner, which just like shows me here's what I'm looking at and like some relative information about it, and like what to use to smash it if I want to, and what mod it's from. Like I kind of do that in like just the base game even. So I haven't looked at this in a while. It's interesting little toy where you can just kind of like pop an axe in here, pop some wood in here, and like anything that can be made from wood, you'll just like make out of one piece of it. if an axe is present. That is a vending machine, yes. So a lot of the quests in this reward you with these little coins, and then here's this vending machine you can get early on for like, okay, if you want like a bed or some dirt or, you know, that solar cooker thing, you can just use these little fun bucks to buy them, and then you can also buy this weird little tablet that opens this randomized store with other stuff in it that I have charging because it's powered by compressed air. And I have largely forgotten about because I don't really want any of the stuff that I get out of it. Although I did use it at one point after I accidentally reset my progress of the entire mod by putting a block right there to get more spider eyes because I just couldn't. And it was taking me like hours and hours to find even one. But yeah, there's a lot of random stuff in there like extra weapons and giant lighting systems and whatnot. And I'm still really proud of this because like I do not know what I'm doing with these like pipes and stuff, but this is perpetually generating all the things nicely. Oh, it's out of stone. Okay, that's funny. I also kind of like the philosophy of design behind this, where it's like you get a bucket of water, you get a bucket of lava, and you get some cobblestone, and you combine those to make this what's it even called? Cobble generator. So it also use like a piece of glass in the middle, yeah, but like if you're playing regular Minecraft, then yeah, this is what you do. You like set up a source of water and a source of lava at just the right angles so they pour into each other and make cobblestone, and then just mine that out forever. And here you just take the same raw materials, and this will just like generate one every couple seconds. Did I take it all out? I have stopped doing that too. Oh no, I'm just going beside it. Okay. Yes. And the drawers are nice too, because it's just like here is this inventory that you can access without actually opening an inventory screen. You just kind of like left or right click to push or pull stuff from them and have them all nicely sorted and labeled. But yeah. So again, the thing I'm mainly doing at the moment is just this whole wood treating process because I need some of that to make the thing to make the next kind of metal. And then I'm going to get started on building a giant windmill to like make a better grinder than the system I have right now and really get the dust flowing. Well, that said, I definitely don't have enough redstone, so let me actually go fishing for some of that real quick. And this sort of mechanic I like too, where it's just like, here we've added a new verb to Minecraft. There's also a lot of stuff, like the first one of these mod packs I was messing around with had stuff like a lot of cauldrons you have to stir, where you like put some water in there, throw in some other materials, and then just like repeatedly right-click on this spoon in it to stir it up for a while and like manage the heat and stuff. And it's like that's a neat mechanic. Stuff like that I kind of dig. And stuff like this I really kind of dig, where I can just go, all goes into a box somewhere. Except for the stuff that doesn't. So another thing that's interesting with this sort of thing is there's this one mod that like every Minecraft mod pack used called Refined Storage, which is doing what this is doing for me, and also has a couple other interesting features, and also is like compatible with everything, but it's just ubiquitous. This one is kind of funky and is I think it was like made by somebody because that one wasn't updating in time to be compatible with the newest Minecraft version. And so I was like, well, let me do something real quick. But there's this thing that happens where people who do the mod packs like want to have this advancing tech level stuff. So it's like, okay, the really really good super convenient system, that's going to be like end game content. This other one that just does the same thing but worse will give you earlier as just kind of an intermediary step. And part of the problem with that first thing I was playing is like giving you any sort of inventory management was like really held off until far into the game. But also, where am I going to build this windmill? Why am I going to build this windmill? I'm going to just build something horrible sticking out the front of my little island here. That's the only sensible way to do these things. Actually, no, because then I'd have to be going across my farms. Let's build something out the back, but first I should also get less distracted and work on the whole tree thing. So let's see. Give me a sapling. I'm not actually making any dirt right now, so yeah. And actually, do I have an axe? I do. Okay. Where did it? Okay, I got one sapling out of that tree. Wow. But yeah, I love some of these little quality of life things too, like the leaves just instantly decaying as soon as they're disconnected. They having to like wait around for however long. And being, I kind of wish I didn't have to like jam this button, but super fast growing trees are also nice. And yeah, I'm really proud of myself for setting up that dust farm system, which at first I had an even more primitive version where it was just regular chests on it, and I just had to like check in on it constantly, make sure there was no dust filtering back into the grinder and backlogging the whole system. But now it's just like it does this whole thing. I don't have to pay any attention. So yeah, this is kind of going to be the stream until I like get bored and shut it off. Probably is just me rambling while making these treated wood planks that I forgot I needed. I should time these things out, so it's like I just got a new tier of thing, and now let's just go through all the, look at this cool new stuff. I can make stuff on camera. I hope I have an actual use for this coke that I'm making later too, because like I'm getting an awful lot of it as a byproduct of this wood treatment. How much of this? Like I stored some of this already, right? Okay, yes. Okay, I'm up to 109. 109. Yes. Why does it say horizontal planks? Okay. There's also vertical planks for some reason. Okay. that is also, just double check, actually what I'm looking for, right? Okay, yes. Doesn't matter how they're oriented, I just need 256 of them. And the rest of this I've already made. Okay. Or already made or could make again really quickly. Might as well just clear that out. Yeah, I am going to need... Did I put my wood away? Yep, more of that needed. But yeah, the nice thing with the drawer system is you can kind of like organize stuff so that like there are no planks in the system right now, but it still has this drawer reserve because I locked it. And if I just throw stuff into like this central block of this or into my little remote thing, it'll just like put everything where it's supposed to be on its own, and it's just like little quality of life things like that are really nice. But the actual like refined storage system that I did see in the quest log for this in like the next tier up, I think even, what's really cool about that is aside from like just storing all your stuff and having the built-in crafting grid, there's this system where there's like a little computer attached to it, and you can, using like punch cards, teach it recipes. And the way it works is like, okay, here's a block that will just pull whatever you ask it to out of the system and put it out in front of it. So then you can have whatever sort of contraption or process or however the hell you have things set up. And then here's another block that will put it back into the system. So then you just go like, hey game, I need like 8 large gears. And it will, if you have the stuff to make 8 large gears, make them. And if not, it will like see if it knows the recipes for the components that are made for the things that go into them, and make those and make them, and so on and so forth, down to the point where it's just like, if you load in every recipe, you just ask for something, and as soon as it can be made, it'll just like process it out and hand it to you. And it's like that is super rad. And like you still have to do the initial setup work of like making one of the thing and like having the infrastructure to make more of it, but you can just kind of freewheeling, customized, like make whatever strange setup like if I had it, I could just replace these 2 boxes with, you know, requester and like sender, and then just like, okay, I need however much dust, and it'll just start doing its thing. As opposed to now, when it's just doing its thing constantly. And have I filled up again? Yes. Probably not actually. That way. Just really keep these like on me, but whatever. Yeah, I think that's actually enough wood. So I guess I can get focused up on some of these other things, like maybe fancying up my second floor a little bit. So I was planning to just kind of start building this out. And oh, I forgot too, I have that whatchamacallit. This is a thing that exists. Where I can just kind of how does this work? don't remember. But there's some way to take this and it'll just like extend out a shape of whatever material in a direction. Somehow. Other things that are common to modded Minecraft that I don't know how to actually use. And okay, not, you can click on a thing. Okay, go away, wand. Yeah, we're gonna keep these on me. Put this away. Keep these on me. Okay. And while I'm at it, those can go away. Don't need those for thing. Gonna just throw some of this stuff out, and there we go. Give me those. Okay. I hate that I'm like farming plague doctors. It seems very wrong. I've quietly been getting rid of the ones who show up not in the pen, just because like they have these pet rats with them, and the pet rats will like eat anything they see that's edible if they're not like domesticated yet. And that's kind of horrible. They'll just like start going to your fields and eating all your crops, and that was the wrong button. Again, the last time I did that, it was basically a reset of the whole mod. Dear Minecraft, stop making like fluids go away if you click on them. That's very bad. Just displace that water upward or something. Yeah, I did it with this one. This was the hardest thing to make. So, right. Building, that's the thing people do. I'm just gonna build around the back of this. And also taking a nap. Also, I don't know if this is in like base Minecraft or just this mod, but one jump. They made the beds bouncy, and I kind of love it. Oh yeah, the real indicator of night is when people alter their places of visibility. Also, I love that they're all like holding eggs and buckets of milk because they just pick things up, and there's just like cows and sheep in there with them, so it just... and chickens. Ah, there we go. Now it's fixing it. I should probably find a different skin. At some point, I went with Daphne from Scooby-Doo because I was solving some kind of groovy mystery, and I forgot what the contest was entirely, so no longer the most appropriate thing. But I believe this will like attach to drawers within 12 blocks of it, so I'm gonna just build way out over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little mod that I really like. Is just kind of like smart contextualization of like, oh, you want to put something like in the air attached to this thing that you're standing on? We can do that for you, as opposed to having to like, you know, grip the ground with your toenails and just like dangle off the edge and really hope you don't let go of the shift key. You can even like put stuff under things, which is kind of a game changer in this kind of like skyblock thing, where it's like, before I realized I could do that, the only thing to make to build things downward is like get some water flowing off the edge of something, and then just ride it down. Okay, so I'm just going to come out here with my fancy windmill and whatever I'm hooking up to it, just for space reasons. Whatever. So some of this back in here. It's above the floor. There's some way to set these like shows what's in them and like a fullness bar too. I don't know how to actually do that. I think you have to like make a thing and attach it to it. Anyway, let me. So okay, the controller is on this one plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So this is where I'm going to start the grand windmill project. On this precarious ledge. And we just check on the creosote situation. Then I want to just like start backfilling while I'm off doing stuff. I say dunk. There we go. So that's gonna be a while now. So turntable is just a slab and a shaft. Okay. Slab, okay. Seriously, do I not have a place to put like any of this stuff? Okay. So I got some slabs. I just got way more than I need. Is the turntable? Yes, yes. Okay, so one of those. Okay. And then just any old cutstone. Okay. So okay. I will probably actually build that offline because I need to like look up some things. The newest version of the Create mod, which isn't in this pack, actually has a thing where if you're doing this to like get more info, it will open up this little like multimedia presentation of like here's how this works on this little like 3D model and just like proper tutorial sort of thing, like a real like slick professional type game. okay. That's to do later. I will eventually make a windmill out there. Just put this up here where I will definitely forget all about it. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually need iron to get the glue, because it has to have like an iron tube, and for some reason, well, I mean, it makes sense when you're not like in this weird puzzle mod where getting iron is really hard. But yeah, so still gotta grind this out, turn one of my enriched water into really enriched water, and then that'll give me dough. Uses on that. Well, okay, first of all, that can be used to make a boss summoner. So that's a thing. But then also, if I throw dust into it, precious dust, it'll give me zinc, cinnabar, niter, ender pearl dust, iron dust, lead dust, silver dust, nickel dust, nothing, apatite dust. So I'm going to just like, yeah, get that going, process several tons of dust through it, and then be on my way with this stuff. So let's see. Oh, there's actually doing the summoning boss thing. There is... Ooh. That sounds interesting. So that'll just, I guess, plow that down, and then if I have something sloppy, like my mixer that just throws stuff all over the place, it'll suck it all up. That's handy. Ender chests and tanks are really handy. Those are the things where it's like you link two of them together. So you have one like on you and one in your storage system, and oh, okay, now everything's connected to everything. And the reward for that is a backpack with the same features. So yeah, you can just kind of beyond what I'm already doing, throw everything into the thing. And that works interdimensionally, unlike the stuff that I have right now. And then I do not know what flux controllers and storage do. I think that's one of the mods with an electricity system. This whole chain... Blast furnaces, steel... Ooh, ore forming water, and... Okay. That let me actually create ore and, like, start mining in Minecraft. Wow. And then metal press and... So, okay, this is like the... Yeah, this is like the stuff where you get these engineering blocks, and I have the book for this somewhere in my horrible inventory of doom. I accidentally like combined it with another book trying to do a thing, and lost it, but what was it? Yeah. Yeah, it was this, or... something else went with it. This is actually a cool thing worth showing off. If I didn't already. It may have wound up in one of the weird chests. Sleep on that. Get my... Okay. Where are you, strange visualizer thing? You are kind of rad, and I want to show you off. They have 2 quest books somehow. I think I got like a new one when I died or something like that. Ah, okay. So yeah, this thing. This is a cool toy. If you want to build these like really complex things from this one mod, you got this whole book of like absurdities. Um, and this is where I got the coke oven from in the first place. Some of them look better than others, but let's see, what's one of the nicer looking ones? The okay, yes. If for some reason I want a diesel generator, I'll use this, and I put down this visualizer for it, which gives me these transparent versions of the various blocks that are used to make it, and then just get those in my inventory, fill it all in. Once the whole thing is complete, use something on it, and it will turn into that. So that's fairly rad. I appreciate the like large polygonal models thing that stuff like that has going on. Yeah, that's upcoming in the quest books, is doing that sort of thing to make like industrial stuff and glue, so I can actually start making that windmill I want to do. Ooh, okay, that's for like full Factorio times. Cool. And yeah, the mechanical crafter thing, which I was gonna get a head start on actually. But yeah, for that I need brass plates. So I have to first get brass and then find a way to like squish it down from something. Ooh, there's strong creosote oil. Great. And yeah, wind power and such. And then again, like the next tier up, it's like various complicated centrifuges and oil refineries. And 3D printers, apparently. Printed circuit boards. It's a whole thing. Yeah, and this eventually leads into the like refined storage thing where you get these cool little discs to set recipes. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at with this. Before I grab it, do I actually have inventory space? I do. That's where I killed a witch, so I get money. Just like in real life. So, okay, yeah, that's basically the state of things. But for now, I'm just taking my bucket, taking my oil, soaking my wooden planks, and waiting for more oil to show up in this very, very slow furnace. And not placing wood in it, throwing wood into it. Very important distinction. Oh yeah, thanks for that follow, by the way. I kind of missed that notification at the time. But yeah, this is my life right now. Just treating wood. I'm close to. Oh, okay, I'm like 2/3 of the way done. Give or take, yeah. Just 256 I needed, I think. Yeah, that's gonna do its thing, and I'm trying to think what can I do to be more efficient while I'm waiting, but like Mainly by doing this, which I already have going, just collecting a truckload of dust to eventually throw into my new water and get all of the materials for this next tier stuff. Which of course means going to be like the fun part where I'm actually like working out how to make all these things that I can now make, and probably doing that offline in the middle of some big long session while I'm up all night. If I ever do another one of these and I can like get a handle on the pacing of it, I will try to get like the cool stuff on stream and the boring stuff off stream. I'm kind of doing this backwards. Although to be fair, the cool stuff is really boring when I'm doing it because I have to like check wikis for how any of these mods work. 'Cause, like, turns out half of them aren't very well documented. The rat thing, for instance, like, I can't even find like visual versions of the recipes from it. It's just like, oh yeah, just like, you know, throw in like 3 stone on the top row, and then 2 redstone and a thing, and then this, and it's like, oh, just like, take a screenshot, please, and like, tell me what the end product does, and explain the rat AI and what I think they can do without the little like upgrades and chef's hats and such. Did I not have wheat seeds in the system? I thought I set up, like... I thought I had a whole shelf just for these. Well. Well. Do now. Okay. But yeah, I think I'm going to be just kind of ending the stream here-ish. Hope it was somewhat entertaining or educational for people out there. And again, like, this whole thing is, like, free. Just have a copy of Minecraft and go searching on the internet for how you start installing these things, which apparently right now is mainly done by this like general mod management program called CurseForge, which is powered by a something called Overwolf. But these are like free downloads, and you grab those and it'll just kind of like manage all of your giant piles of 2,000 Minecraft mods and let you lose your life to convoluted processes like I am right now. And again, like, I appreciate this right now because it's just like, I have had a week. And just being able to focus on like this is really good for me right now. But yeah, that's getting to the point where I'm just like running out of things to say, which is probably a good time to end the stream for the night. Thank everybody for tuning in who tuned in, and also, I guess, thank everybody who didn't tune in and then noticed that there was a new video up in the archives and watched it there. That's also cool.